Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2021 love and relationship reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel out immensely, and it makes me unbelievably happy. So thank you guys so much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Excuse me. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Here, these three. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Let's just align the chakras again. Throat chakra will be very important for you guys. The throat, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. There we go. Also the heart. So those are going to be the main players during this time. Now, the top energy is the energy that grounds us. The bottom energy is the energy that grounds us. So let's see, of course, what the tarot has to say. We have the Emperor coming through. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Page of Cups. The Emperor is Aries energy. Time frame, March 21st to April 19th. There's also heartbreak around it's a masculine figure. So it can be a masculine energy. But this could be a father figure, okay? This could be a father of your children, if that pertains to you. But also, this could be heartbreak around your own father image within your own life. So that's interesting. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, a very loving, caring child. And there's heartbreak in between. And that would make sense if you had a father-like figure who was very, very distant from you, and you were a very loving, caring child who wanted to be able to connect, and that just didn't happen. Then we have the Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So you're coming through, Sagittarius, as a queen. It's like, okay, this hurt, this pain, this disappointment. Yes, I get it. It happened. But I am so much more than what my past was and is. And there's a gift from divinity that doesn't seem like a gift. And actually, this whole scene right here that has played out, and it can even be, heartbreak with a person that we were just deeply in love with, that has taught us so much. And we found inspiration from such unlikely places. And it leads us to a gift that, again, it doesn't feel like a gift when it happened. It didn't at all. But it has made us wiser than maybe we had wanted to be. But it also brings us to the realm of being a queen within our own existence, within our own selves. This passion, this determination, this focus, this fire that gets to be a part of us. And it's not for the whole entire world. It's for us to be able to move forward in. if you're interested, because connection is so important here, in the description box below I have Karezza linked. And Karezza is a form of coming together, of lovemaking that isn't about orgasm. It's about connection. It's soul to soul. And it really is quite beautiful. It charges you and your partner, and it brings you forward. Now, if you're not in a relationship, you can still partake in Karezza by being aware of the sensual, of the erotic, of the passion, of the power within ourselves and within what we want from life. So that can be something that's a bit of a game changer during this time. Let's see what the chakra energy is. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Sagittarius, June 2021, love and relationships. Angels, this one, instantaneous, the heart chakra coming through, one of the chakras that was hit. It's all about love. It's all about love during this time. What we love, what we want to love, how we were taught to love, the pain that comes from love. It is all about love and connecting with our heart chakras. Now, the energy we need to be mindful of. What is the energy that Sagittarius needs to be mindful of? June 2021, love and relationships. What is the energy that Sagittarius needs to be mindful of? June 2021, love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It's the Princess of Pentacles. It's boiling everything down to money and worth. And we see this in relationships, and we have people who, look at the person that they're with, or look at the way that they date, and it's kind of like a business resume. And it's not uncommon at all. And actually, it's kind of a way that we're taught. And I laugh because it is kind of the way that we're taught to love. They have to have these credentials. It has to be like this. We have to, conform in this way. And what this is saying is, let yourself be open to the seeds to be planted as divinity wants them to, as the heart longs for them. It's not being foolish, and it's not saying, okay, money doesn't matter, because it does matter. It absolutely does. Anybody who says that has always had money. But there is this way that it develops where it can't just all be down to kind of like an abacus, down to the counting of it. And again, it leads us to the heart chakra. The heart chakra, the heart wants to be heard. The heart wants to be seen during this time. To have love come forward is so important, because we have been through heartbreak and pain and disappointment. Now, it can be that we're going through heartbreak and pain and disappointment with a partner. And it's like, how do we connect? How do we come together after this trauma, after this hurt, after this pain? But it's also in all areas of relationships. When we have had here, and Sagittarius, what's coming forward is some sort of trauma to relationships. Now, whether it be when we were small, with our caregivers, whether it be with friends, with colleagues, there's something here that has hurt us that makes it very hard for us to trust the way that we want to, and makes it so that there's a certain sense of power that comes into relationships with the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is also seen as the father figure. So it can be the father figure comes in and is looking at the pain and is helping to heal the pain. It doesn't mean that all of us have to have had traumatic, parental figures. It doesn't mean that at all. What it means is that there's passion and there's fire and there's determination here. And there's a way to connect out of heartbreak. And this could actually be a really good person who sees the heartbreak that we have and says, I see you. I see you, scars and all. I don't want just the perfect. I want everything in between. Now, it doesn't mean that we, release everything right away. What it means is that we embrace love. We embrace the love of ourselves, the love of what we desire from life, the passion, the power, the insight, the becoming. And this is also saying that we're taking control of things. We're embracing the Emperor. We're embracing sitting upon the throne and saying, this is what I want from life. This is what I desire. This is what I need. Now, the Queen of Wands tempers that, because the Emperor is very masculine energy. The Queen of Wands is feminine energy. And so we want that combination of the masculine and the feminine to come together, to be able to work in tandem and in harmony. And we look at the heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment that we have been through, and we start to name it. Because once you name things, now there's the old belief that once you name things, you give it power. But once you name things, you also take away its boogeyman, persona. You take away the fact that it's unspeakable. And now you start to focus on the pain of it, the hurt of it, and the releasing of that pain. Now, whether this is through tapping, EMDR, writing yourself a letter, being able to express that pain, and then being able to address it and move forward, acknowledging it, but also understanding that it's not going to be the main player in your life anymore. That starts to change the game. And that starts to change what we desire out of love. Because so often in love, we follow the wounded patterns. We follow the way that we were taught from what we observed from our caregivers, from what we, experienced ourselves, the way we thought love should be. And now we're seeing that there's so much more than what we had originally known. And it's finding that person, that strength. And it's that strength here that changes the game. It really does. It helps us move forward. It's like, I can be strong, but not be pushed down. I can embrace this strength. And it moves us to the Page of Cups. It moves us to healing beautiful love. It moves us to the sense of inspiration coming from the most unlikely of places. This could even be children, saying things, and it's like, oh my gosh, I never thought of it that way. I never saw it that way. And all of a sudden, it changes. It changes the whole playing field. And now we're moving forward towards love, towards acceptance, towards ideas and ideals. And we're also being a student of what we want from life, from what we want from love. The relationships that we're in that are romantic, but are also the relationships of life, the personal development and growth of existence. And it's opening up the heart and the soul to that. And it moves us to the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is getting a gift that doesn't feel like a gift. And it can be the acknowledgement of the pain that we have been through, of the heartbreak and the disappointment. And all of a sudden, that pulls up so much, but it stops the wounds. It stops the patterns. And now we get to move forward in love as a new dawn, as a new day, as a passionate expression of ourselves and our souls and what we desire and where we want to be and what we're opening up our lives to. This is a game-changing time. This is a time where we can be swept away in love in its purest form, but we also have to acknowledge love in the form that hurt our self-confidence, that made us stand a little bit slouched, a little bit hunched over, that made us doubt the success and the beauty of our own lives. And it doesn't mean that it has to be anything other than something small that happened when we were children. So what I keep on getting is, and I'm not going to name the person because they sometimes watch, but when I was little, I had a tumultuous relationship, and it was so silly. We had talked, and we had had this really deep, heartfelt conversation, and I thought everything was going to be healed. And then we went out. They were going out for ice cream, and they invited everybody else, but they forgot to invite me. And that was it. That was just a shattering point in my life where I was like, oh, I'm forgettable. And that put a certain trajectory forward on top of everything else that was happening. And so one of the scars is like, I'm not forgettable. And that's important. To be seen is important. And it can be something as silly as ice cream when you're young and in your early teens that changes the way that you see love, that you see the connection that you have with people. So don't underestimate things. Don't sit there and think, oh, it has to be big. It has to be something that people wouldn't laugh at. You could hear that story and laugh and be like, well, that's absolutely ridiculous, Dane. But to a young person's mind, and to myself at that time, it wasn't a little thing. It was astoundingly important. And so here we look at these things, and then we start to find inspiration in very different places. And it's like, oh, well, that's the door that's opening. That's the healing that's coming in. That's the joy and the understanding that I have been through this pain. I have gotten this gift that didn't feel like a gift. And it changed the way I saw love. But now it's saying, I see the pain, but I get to be part of love. I hope that it's clear. Because now, Sagittarius, we get to be part of love. That is a powerful and passionate part of us. And it's looking at the hurts and the pains that might seem small and insignificant, but it's acknowledging them, and it's taking out the swords, and it's acknowledging the scars that they leave, but understanding that it's a scar now. It's not walking around with a sword sticking in your heart. Now it is bearable, when before it wasn't. And sometimes the discovery, the acknowledgement, that's the most difficult thing. That's why I suggest writing a letter to yourself and posting it and letting it come back and letting yourself in the present read your ideas of love when you wrote it. And it might only, and it's only going to be a few days, but to be able to see it, to be able to look at it with newer eyes, with different eyes, that's important. And to be able to claim the power of that release, that is also important. The subconscious chakra message for this time is clarity. The third eye chakra, another one of the stones that was hit, the clarity comes in. And we start to see things in a much more opened and real way. And we might be having clarity that we don't want. We don't want to see things quite like that. But it's important that we do. And it's a game changer. And it gives us such power and such ferocity and intensity that it really is amazing. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. Again, the Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Being so focused on only one way of things being right. Knowing that there are a myriad of ways to move forward in love and expression and desire and pleasure and happiness. It's bringing the erotic back to existence. It's bringing the sensual back to the everyday. It's not saying that life has to be one big orgy all the time, because that would actually get tiresome. What it is saying is that we get to see the beauty in life. We get to see the beauty in ourselves. We get to see the beauty in passion. And that changes so much. It moves us to our subconscious rooted message, which is the Hermit, Virgo energy. This is turning inward. This is our dreams lighting the way, with the star lighting our way. Turning inward, seeing what we desire, what we want, and moving forward. And knowing this is sacredly ours, nobody else's. This is our truth, this is our journey, this is our hearts. It moves us to our subconscious crowning energy, and that's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's charging forward. It's cutting through doubts and fears. It's not being reckless. The Knight of Swords can be very reckless, but this is slaying demons and dragons, and this is being able to claim beauty as we cut through the poison in our world. And we rise in our energy vibration, in our souls, and in ourselves. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace love. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius.